Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler. This is Brian Anderson. And we'll have Ali LaForce reporting for us. And, of course, Cooper Flagg. He's a big ticket to follow. They'll go without him, though.
Yeah, that move was all about the long-term horizon for them. I know it's a little shocking how different this team looks, but given some time, I think things will come together.
We could be in for an explosive scoring game tonight, Legs, with two high-octane offenses facing off.
Yeah, that's the modern NBA right there, B.A. The skill level as good as it's ever been. More high-level shot takers and makers on the floor at once.
All right, let's see what unfolds here.
Here we go.
And it's Cleveland's ball. It's a three-point game. Blocked! And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavs will retain possession. Here's Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Here's George. It's deflected. Here's Artest. Outside for Harden. Warriors with the rebound. And Tim, last season, Draymond Green adding a Hustle Player of the Year award to his Hall of Fame resume.
Yeah, B.A., that's an award every young player should aspire to have. But I know for Draymond Green, he was hoping to get his second Defensive Player of the Year award.
Now here's Harden. Making a mark on the offensive end. Whoa! Oh, my goodness!
Check it out. Harden putting on a show, throwing down an acrobatic dunk.
Outside Curry. From downtown, he buries it from three. Curry's got 6 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Ware. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's O'Neal. It's good.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim, that's how you finish in the open floor.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Here's Ware. Wiggins outside. Pass to Eason. Here's the three. Rebounded by Green.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Left side Curry. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, one thing they tell us about this rookie Edgecombe, he's got a great motor and will do anything to win games.
Pass to Eason. Here's Ware. Lays it up and banks it in.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The Warriors lead by 4. George outside. Outside Curry. Screen by O'Neal. Now Green. 5 to shoot. And a deep three from Curry. No good on the three. The Cavaliers trail by 4. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And the Cavaliers making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. There's the drive. Artest can't get it to go. The Warriors lead by 4. And defense has been the strength of the Warriors. So what do they need offensively, Tim?
Well, B.A., they need more consistent scoring outside of Steph Curry. Jimmy Butler certainly has helped. But to win at the highest level, it requires more than one three-level scorer.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Ali LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Jared Allen has an inquisitive nature. Whether it's cooking, gardening, reading, or basketball, he's a sponge. Allen said, quote, "I love going through life, seeing things and learning about it no matter what it is. It's just trying to improve my skill set in anything and enjoy it. Back over to you, Brian.
He's got that curiosity. Allie, appreciate the report. And so it's Golden State with it. The Cavs getting their last shot to go. George, right side. Pure from three-point range.
I just love the ball movement.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Harden with it. There's a screen with 4 on the clock. Yep, that one goes.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They lead by 5.
Cavaliers, 10.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Pass to Curry. Now Jordan. Back to Curry. Jacks up with 3. Mobley grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And Stephen Curry's been so good for so long. Tim, we tend to forget that early ankle injuries held him back.
Yeah, really, Brian, hard to imagine what he's overcome. Surgery in seasons 2 and 3, then strengthened his lower body and got those ankle braces. Sports medicine has unleashed a killer.
There's a screen. Outside Curry. Launches a 3.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Yeah, another miss from downtown this quarter after being hot in the first.
And just a quick reaction from Harden. He sees the opportunity, he gets out on the break, and snags the points in transition. This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Mobley, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
It's incredible. Harden's ability to read the floor and find the weakness.
Now Curry. Shoots over Eason. Curry, no good.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
To the middle. Here's Artest. Now here's Harden. 10 points for him. They grab their own miss. And Mobley throws it down.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Pass to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Podziemski. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here comes Cleveland. Here's Mobley. The Warriors pull it in.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. And Tim, 1 year, you shot over 50% from the field and from three-point range, not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the 3 could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
Ellis outside. Just 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And it's ball off the drive. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Teams making some changes here. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Edgecombe, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, and I like seeing Edgecombe rise up like this. Plays like this prove he belongs in this league.
Here's Wade. Oh my goodness!
Wow! Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Screen by O'Neal. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And that's why it's so tough trying to defend Curry in pick and rolls. When you think he's looking to score, he can find a teammate with the pass.
Ball. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed. Ball's got his first bucket in this one.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Edgecombe. He got a piece of it.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Doubled by Payton. Shot clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Out to Schroeder. From behind the arc. No good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Warriors ahead, leading by a point. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one. Both teams trying to gain an edge. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So it's the Cavaliers now. They trail by 1. Pass to Ware. Back to Harden. Here's Artest. Still without a bucket. To the inside. Cleveland working the ball around now. George with a steal. Screen by O'Neal. Here's Curry. Defended by Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his third foul so far.
First team foul.
Here's Edgecombe. Inside. Oh, stolen by Harden.
Well, they tried to punch the ball inside right there, but the window closed quickly. That's great defense.
Tim, when you talk about Jimmy Butler, just how hard of a worker is this guy?
Well, he's just exceptional. That gritty style of play is what makes him so respected, B.A. And as we know, he has a way of rising to the occasion.
The Warriors leading. They double-team Curry. Pass to Green. Green, a screen to the paint. The rebound by Ware. Here's the break. Wiggins on the take. Here's Artest. Here's Eason. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Green, a screen. Here's Curry. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. That's on Khalil Ware.
They finally got one to go, but not until they missed 3 straight to start the second half.
That one misses for Curry. After seeing a franchise player like Luka Doncic traded, you think there's anyone who is truly untouchable without him?
Well, I tell you what, that trade, BA, made me realize nobody in this league is immovable. You just don't know what the future holds, and I think fewer guys will stay with one team their entire careers.
That was a shocker for sure.
Well, he's really known to hurt you from deep, but you love to see Paul George attack the rim like that as well.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're scoreless since the first half. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Guys, back to you.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, thank you. And that one drops for him. Curry's got 18 points in the game.
Yeah, Curry is deadly from anywhere on the floor, including the mid-range.
Down low. It's stolen by Green. Here's George. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Keon Ellis.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And at his peak, Paul George averaged 7 free throw attempts per game. Tim, that number has seen a precipitous decline.
Well, in particular, the last few seasons, and I think with his injury concerns, BA, you understand him being less inclined to hunt contact.
Pass to Ellis. Clock at 6. Oh, rejected by Jordan. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And here's Curry for 3. He drops it from range. Curry's got 21 points in the game.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Both teams will make substitutions. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Artest. Mobley on a screen. Now here's Ware. 5 on the clock. And here's Mobley to end the run. And it's Jordan with the rebound. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. On the wing, Curry. He's got 21. Curry creates inside.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pass to Wiggins. Three-pointer, Harden. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Stolen by Mobley. Here's Artest. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans, going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Graham. Back to Curry. Pulls it in from the elbow. Here's Jordan. Up in time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Warriors ahead.
The Cavaliers, 28.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. The Warriors lead by 10. And here's Curry. George draws the double. Cuts off the pass. Eason up top. Cleveland working the ball around now. Harden from outside. And he stays with it. Second chance shot. 6 to shoot. Where the screen. Tries again. And Eason with the layup.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Pass to Curry. The shot from 20 feet out. And yep, it's good. Curry's got 11 points here in the second half.
And we've seen this so many times. A hot start by Curry. And once he gets rolling like this, there's not much the defense can do.
Where the screen. Back to Eason. 3-pointer. O'Neal pulls it in.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Greg?
Well, you know, BA, winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
Allie, thank you. From 18 feet away, Curry, no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one. And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Second team foul.
Cavaliers on D. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 6. Oh, touches it off the glass.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm. Everyone loves the alley-oop play, BA.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. The Warriors lead by 8. Now George. Ooh, he leaves no question.
I like when Paul looks to score inside because he's more than capable of dunking it through.
Harden outside. Here's Eason. Now Wiggins. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Now the Warriors with it. Here's George. Puts up the tray. It's good from beyond the arc.
You just have to get somebody out on Edgecombe. He's not a guy you want to leave open.
Harden scanning the floor. Where the screen? The floater. That's what he wanted.
Oh, a silky floater by Harden, making a tough shot look almost effortless.
Now Curry. Screen by O'Neal. Yes! Locked in on the J.
Now that one went in, but I don't think that's a shot they want to rely on.
Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
Yeah, he just needs more shots. He has to get more involved.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Warriors.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Graham. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And BA, can you say big time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And this victory will put them at 36 wins on the year.
And I'm sure they're happy to get even for what happened the last time these teams met.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Stephen Curry.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the call will be against James Harden. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. Timeout called the Cavaliers. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Your thoughts, guys?
The only choice here is to foul. Can't allow the offense to stall and run out the clock.
Lonzo Ball.
Green outside. Now Curry. George fires. Yes, sir, with the 3.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this one should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Lonzo Ball.
And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. A competitive game, you have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. We saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.